This next book that we're going to read is called Special Delivery by Valjean McLanigan, illustrated by Richard Brown. Have you ever gotten a delivery? Let's see, we're going to talk about deliveries today. It was Thursday afternoon on Sesame Street. Grover was showing some kids the difference between near and far. Big Bird was cleaning his nest. The Count was counting crates. One crate, outside of Mr. Hooper's store. Suddenly, the phone rang at Prairie Dawn's delivery service. She answered the phone on the first ring. Can you come over right away? Ernie asked. I have something to send Bert. He's gone to a convention and he's forgot to take it with him. You called the right number, said Prairie Dawn. We're experts in careful and speedy service. So there's everybody at Sesame Street. The Count counting, Big Bird, and Grover will show you. Grover will show. What was he showing everybody? Grover was showing the difference between near and far. I show you. Sort of sounds like Yoda a little bit. Prairie Dawn sped off on her skateboard. I'm glad I started my own business, she thought, as she skipped up the stairs of 123 Sesame Street. I never know where the next call will take me. Ernie was in the kitchen trying to tying up a package. Put your finger on this knot, will you please? He said. I want to make sure the string is good and tight. This is an important package. Ernie pulled out his ink and stamped Rush on the package in 3 different places. Next came Handle with Care label, then Special Delivery. There were so many labels on the package that Prairie Dawn could hardly find the address. Oh no. Pinfeather Falls, she asked in disbelief. Yes, said Ernie. That's where the pigeon fanciers convention is held. The Pigeon Fanciers Convention is held because Bert fancies pigeons. Bert must be frantic without this. Please hurry, Prairie Dawn. Pinfeather Falls, said Prairie Dawn as she unlocked her bike. That's quite a trip. I guess the first step is to get downtown. She hopped on her bike and rode off. Suddenly she heard the thwop, thwop, thwopping of a flat tire. Oops, she said. No time to fix it now. Prairie Dawn got on a city bus and found a seat next to the window. There's more than one way to get downtown, she thought. So she left her bike, locked up her bike, and went downtown. Suddenly the bus hit a pothole. Ka-thump! The package bounced off of Prairie Dawn's lap, flew out of the window, and landed in the back of a dump truck full of trash. Stop! cried Prairie Dawn. The bus stopped as she jumped off. By the time Prairie found a taxi, the truck was almost out of sight. Oh no, follow that truck, she said to the taxi driver. The taxi chased the truck through narrow streets down toward the river. Prairie Dawn could see her package bouncing around at the top of the load. When the taxi turned a corner and pulled up to a dock, the dump truck was already parked and empty. It's a good thing Ernie wrapped this package well, said Prairie Dawn as she watched it float down the river on a garbage barge. Quickly, she slipped on a life jacket and jumped into a speedboat at the dock. Thank you. Prairie Dawn was halfway to the barge when the speedboat started to slow down. Sputter, sputter. It was out of gas. Just then she heard a loud noise overhead and looked up to see a hovering helicopter. The pilot lowered a rope ladder and she climbed up into the helicopter. Thanks, said Prairie Dawn to the pilot. Just drop me off at the barge, please. And here's my card. Maybe I can make a free delivery for you someday. Do you see what I see? Said the captain of the barge to the first mate. Ahoy there, I'm Prairie Dawn of Prairie Dawn's delivery service, she said. I'm here to pick up an important package. And there it is, she cried, snatching the package from the garbage heap. I've never lost a package yet, she said, dusting it off. Now, if I could just borrow your rowboat, please. Prairie Dawn got in the rowboat and rowed as hard as she could towards the shore. When she landed, she ran into ran to the train station and arrived just in time to catch the 4:17 train to Cooville. Phew, she said when she found a seat on the train. Then she took out her map. There were no railroad tracks or roads between Cooville and Pinfeather Falls. Goodness, said Prairie Dawn. It looks as if the only way to get to Pinfeather Falls from Cooville is the pigeon is as the pigeon flies. Did you say Pinfeather Falls? Asked someone from across the aisle. Yes, answered Prairie Dawn. I must get there right away. You're in luck. I'm Melba Birdbrain, Birdbrain, president of the Birds of Feather Company, and I am on my way to Pinfeather Falls. Would you like a ride with me to the falls? Wow, so Prairie Dawn and Melba Birdbrain rode to the convention in a beautiful hot air balloon. The birds of a feather flock on homing pigeons guided them to The birds of a feather flock of homing pigeons guided them to a safe landing in Pinfeather Falls. Pigeon Fanciers Convention. And there's the convention down there below. Everybody that loves pigeons. Hey, Bert, cried Prairie Dawn. Or that's Prairie Dawn. Hey, Bert, called Prairie Dawn, spotting him in a crowd of pigeon fanciers. I have a package for you from Ernie. Good old Ern, said Bert, ripping open the package. He knew I forgot something important. What? gasped Bert. A picture of Ernie? Oh no, I thought it might be a my paperclip collection. I don't leave home without it. Sign here, please, said Prairie Dawn. So it might not have been what Bernie wanted or needed, but it was what Ernie wanted to send him, a picture of himself. Y colorín colorado, este cuento se ha acabado. Another story done. Special delivery. All right, guys. Maybe send somebody special a special delivery, a little letter, especially during these times. Everybody likes receiving a letter, a stamped letter. So think about doing that. A grandma, a grandpa, an aunt, or an uncle, or if your mom or dad are away. It's a good way to communicate. So until next time, keep writing, keep learning, keep reading.